Good morning. Welcome to 49ers in 5, your daily update on everything happening with the team that you need to know. I am Rob Stats Guerrera. Today is Monday, August 12th, 2024. Here's what's happening with your San Francisco 49ers.
JP Mason, and he's going to take it down to the goal line, and Puni will push him in the end zone.
The Puni push!
Wow, what a drive by JP Mason, returning to Nashville.
That's how it sounded on the 49ers broadcast. Unfortunately, that was about half the offense for the night for the Niners. They fell to the Titans 17-13 to open the preseason. Jordan Mason, though, looked good. Scored that touchdown, dominated on the opening drive, 6 carries, 34 yards. Dominick Puni also made a very good first impression. 0 sacks, 0 pressures allowed, and 14 pass blocking snaps in the game.
I didn't get mad at him for anything, so that usually means that you played pretty good. I mean, the O-line, we rarely keep our eyes on the O-line. We're watching the secondary and coverages, and usually when someone misses something is when you notice them. So I have a feeling that he did pretty good, but I'll know when I get on the plane.
Keep it up, Rook. It certainly looks right now as if right guard is Dominick Puni's job to lose. Now, in terms of injuries, the only big one we know coming out of the game is a broken forearm for Ambry Thomas. He was carted to the locker room at halftime. We may never see him again in a 49ers uniform. Unfortunately, that doesn't mean the 49ers are healthy. In fact, they are incredibly banged up right now. They were supposed to have joint practices with the Saints this week, but Kyle Shanahan had to call and cancel those because he was worried they just didn't have enough healthy bodies to have a good couple practices. Kyle said after the game, 23 players missed the 49ers last practice. Think about that. You only have 11 on offense and 11 on defense, right? That's 22 players. So more than an entire starting lineup worth of players were not healthy enough to practice for the 49ers. That's why they canceled the joint practice with the Saints. Nick Wagner of ESPN first reported that. That's a big deal. Kyle loves those joint practices. He says he likes them more than the preseason game. So for him to be forced to cancel that tells you just how banged up the 49ers are. Hasn't exactly been an ideal preseason, especially when you add on the hold-in of Brandon Ayuk and the hold-out of Trent Williams. We always give you one thing to read, one thing to watch, and one thing you might have missed. One thing to read on this Monday if you want a report card of who looked good and who didn't from preseason game 1. Matt Barrows of The Athletic has you covered. If you want to read it, click the link in the description of this episode. One thing to watch, Kyle Shanahan will speak today after 49ers practice. They practice at 2 p.m. Pacific time. Kyle will speak after, probably get an injury update. Hopefully we'll get an update on Brandon Ayuk and or Trent Williams. But Kyle Shanahan's press conference will happen today. One thing you may have missed, our old friend Trey Lance made his debut for the Dallas Cowboys over the weekend. 25 of 41 for 188 yards in the game. Also carried the ball 6 times for 44 yards. That's a wrap on today's 49ers in 5. Please rate, review, and follow the Gold Standard Podcast Network. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Click the bell to get notified every single time we go live, which is every single weekday for you. Enjoy the rest of your Monday, everybody. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. We'll talk later today.